I think downloads has got its pros and cons. I mean, some of the pros, you can get your music instantly from anywhere in the world. Whereas back in the day, we had to be extremely patient and we had to wait for music to arrive at record stores, or we had to have our music manufactured in the form of CDs, cassettes, and vinyl. So that was a much, much longer process. I think one of the major things that needs to be done within the industry, I think all the players on all levels need to encourage the general public to go out and support and purchase the music instead of just going, and sort of heading towards the free download options. Because if they don't purchase the music, it's very, very difficult for artists to sustain themselves and also to grow. And we can't expect the quality, of the music to improve the way it should be.
Introduced the best digital selling album is one by Casper, because we saw that as much as they are selling physical copies, there's iTunes, there's Nokia, there's digital stores.
The net is the current big wave. I was thinking, if an artist is big enough, like maybe take a Tyler the Creator, he has 1 million followers. He doesn't need Pitchfork magazine to put his album on there. He can just say, guys, I'm dropping an album today, like how Casper did it. Via Twitter, they said, guys, I'm dropping an album. I think at that time he had like 60,000 followers. Dropped the album just like that and it went gold in like the space of a month. So that's the power of the internet, and more artists need to grasp that. They need to be independent and don't rely on MTV Base, like they behind. You know what I'm saying? They behind. Don't rely on Channel No, they behind. They only catch on to videos probably like a month or two later. Oh, sometimes even years. Pokemon Go got dropped videos that were very viral, like 2011, 50,000 views, but he only ended up in Channel No in 2022. Exactly, you know what I'm saying?
Now, I'd say we have to give a lot of credit to the internet also, because the internet has made guys like me emerge. Like, I'm not playing on TV every single day, I'm not playing on radio every single day, but yet if I were to do a show somewhere, we'd at least have 200 to 500 people there. So how is that possible if I'm not on your major stations every day? It's because of the internet. So there's a whole new subculture that exists now that previously didn't exist. Like I told Reddy D one day, I said, you know what the difference is between me and you? You didn't have the internet. I do. You had to hustle CD sales. That was how you measured success in those days. If your album sold a lot of units. Nowadays it's views or retweets or downloads or whatever, links and stuff like that. So it's a very different time compared to then. But I think we have to credit the internet because we are the first generation of internet rappers that have made at least some sort of a success out of this. If these TV channels aren't gonna jump on your video, what are you gonna do? You're gonna sit there and be like, nobody wants to play me. Fuck that, bruh. Go out there, take a camera crew into wherever, pick a little location. It doesn't have to be a long song, 4 minutes. Don't make it 4 minutes. Do 1 minute, 30 seconds, 2 minutes even. Shoot a little something with a nice backdrop. Use your resources. All these things are around us. These are all scenes. These are locations and backdrops. We need to use this because one day you're going to walk past that building that you wanted to shoot in once upon a time is going to be torn down, or it's going to be something else, and you can, damn, I could have done something there if I were quick enough. So strike while the iron is hot.
I should be in a classroom, but I'm here because I lied to my teacher. That motherfucker still thinks I went to the bathroom. I'm here now to give rappers reason to fear power. I better be fucking careful cause I don't want him to hear how I'm here now. But I'm only here until he notices. I'm loving.
So we're in a weird changeover stage obviously because like in the old days, say when music started, people just played live, and then vinyls came out and everyone was freaking out like oh my, it's the end of music. Like now these people are not coming to shows, they're not going to make any money. And then they got over it and they made a lot of money out of vinyls. And then tapes came and they were like, oh my word, tapes, it's the end. And then CDs came and it's like, oh my word, it's the end. It's every time it's the end of things, and everyone thinks now it's music's over. And we always move with it and it changes, and you just have to always move with it and kind of like find a new way to make it work. And I think South Africa and music in South Africa is at a very crucial point where people from all over the world are looking at South Africa, and we're really in a good place to be able to spread South African music all over the world. And it's fun. I mean, like I get to tour many places. I go to Europe a lot, and there's such a like interest in South African music, and it's like the people want to hear it because the new stuff is uninfluenced. I think is a big thing about it. It's fresh, it's different.
Hey, we chasing the big five, just to be living a good life. Paper getting stacked up, young, black, and handsome. Dreams in my hands, on my jeans looking.
The game right now is like slave to the performance culture, sort of dictates what sort of music the guys are making, right? Because in order to make money, records aren't selling, your CDs aren't selling, so you need to perform. If you watch the top 3 rappers right now, they're saying from K, Casper, and AKA, they'll even perform at the same venues because the alcohol brands will throw an event and then they need someone to perform. So the way they make their money is performances. So in that sort of party setting, they're forced to make something that'll work at a party. So in terms of the future, I'd like to see more platforms created where people do something that doesn't work at a party, something that's different. Maybe somebody who just wants to rap, somebody who just wants to do like low tempo jazz stuff or hip hop, also has a platform to make a living. So he's not just pushed to the side and has to maybe try and get on Pitchfork, but locally, so that there can be variety, diversity in terms of the viable alternatives in what you can make.
Before resistance, I spark the sun up with love in the sky. Before resistance, I spark the sun up with love in the sky.
The one thing that I would really love is just for the industry to grow, to see a very healthy industry where people can actually be employed and we can see artists succeed, not just the music side of things where b-boys, b-girls, graph artists, DJs, the beat makers, all these different components that make up the culture. I would love, for the whole culture to succeed on that level, and also just for people to have a little bit more, I would say, consciousness in terms of what they say and how they deliver their music, and just for us to break away from trying to be American clones, because at the end of the day that's not going to do us good when we try to perform or release overseas. Because if we look at 2 Chainz and Lil Wayne and your Tupacs and all those artists, there are millions in the US alone, that's got that feel, that swagger, that flavor, that sound. So why do they need an African copycat of that? So the more we can focus on what we have and what we can bring to the table as Africans and South Africans, I think that will really, really, really be awesome.
Can I kick it? Let's go. Can I kick it? Yes, we can. Come on. Check me out. Yeah. Stay on track with the back, rap, cash, rap, when I stack that cash on it. See the full pack, I'm bringing the dope back. When they fucking get the ass back. Never next, y'all kids going over the cash stack. We don't give a fuck, depending on how my hands stack. The black is back, believe that. Back, bring it from the gang, run streets with the full line. This finish in the book from the rich. Tough finding my environment, stand the block and feel this from the streets with quick girls about it being a bitch. Next thing you know, they're blowing up a voice girl. I'm fucking turn her back to my boyfriend. She came to see the ill still show. Now she hates cinemas and dicks. You stay in your bitch, yeah, yo. Motherfucking hip hop, I want y'all to say yes, yeah. Motherfucking hip hop, I want y'all to say hell yeah. Motherfucking hip hop, I want y'all to say yes, yeah. Motherfucking hip hop, I want y'all to say yeah. It's the bush transforming and safe at the same time. I was tempted to drop the balls. I was a ton of one. Got out like West on the futuristic beat quickly when I up in the south. Be here for a minute, put my real talk, no gimmicks. Couldn't see me even if you have proposals as a soldiers. Had an appropriate spirit needs to chill. Got another fix to put out on the real.
But my biggest plea is for the general public, just to go out there and support the culture.